Hi again guys, and welcome to, of course, another speed tune setup, a tutorial if you will, for Forza Horizon 4, this time for a very highly requested car, the hero car of the game, in fact the McLaren Senna. Not a huge fan of it myself, surprise surprise to no one, and the performance is no way near as high as many of the other cars that we've done, and that's not down to the tune, it's just the car itself is not as quick as some others, and as you saw from the title, around 255 is what you're looking at from this one. Now that is with the standard engine though, not the standard power but the standard engine that you're working with to tune from. Now as far as the tuning itself goes, you want to upgrade the power as high as you can, drop the weight as much as you can. I would recommend strongly, in fact, all-wheel drive, because in a car that lacks top-end speed, you need to pick up every advantage you possibly can, and that includes launch off the line and off-road ability, especially of course when the season changes to, for instance, winter. Having that extra grip makes a massive difference. Now this car is phenomenal through corners even with all-wheel drive. It's not heavy in the slightest. Now as far as the specs, as you can see, it's strong across the board. The top speed is not amazing, but it's more than fast enough for most circumstances. 255, 0 to 60 1.7, 0 to 100 in 3.1. That is seriously rapid, and that's of course with racing tyres, not drag tyres, so very cool there. As far as the gearbox, I'd recommend a final drive of 3.3. Then for the individual gears themselves, I would recommend 2.9, 1.99, 1.5, 1.19, 0.96 and 0.77. As far as alignment, in particular, if you do go for all-wheel drive like I have, I'd recommend neutral camber and neutral toe with 4 degrees of caster. Anti-roll we've got on 30 and 25. The springs on 80, 120 and the lowest ride height on the front and the back. For the dampers, I've got 12, 16, 8 and 11. Aero, funnily enough, doesn't apply. Of course, you've got the active aero anyway, like the rear wing. And as far as the diff, I've opted for 100% for acceleration, as you can see, 0 for decel, and a 75% rear bias, which, as I said, for me works perfectly. The handling is incredible, easily one of the best handling supercars in the game, which isn't too surprising. And incidentally, if you want to get this tune without even doing it yourself, it is on my storefront. So if you use the keywords down in the description or use my gamer tag, you can find it very easily. It's been a very popular tune so far as well. So, of course, if you want to just get it simply and quickly, you can do that. But what you want to see is, can it actually go that fast? Now, if this car had a little bit more power, and maybe you could remove the rear wing for instance, it could quite possibly be the best all-round car in the game, because the handling is so good, the acceleration is so good, and the only thing which lets it down really is the top-end speed. Even the price is great. It's 1 million credits, but for what that is, it can do a lot. It's essentially a race car in terms of the way it performs. It's got tons of grip, so if you do decide to use the Senna, which of course many people do because it's the hot new thing in the game and the hero car, then if you apply this tune to it, or even detune it to S2, you're going to have a ton of fun, and you are going to win a lot of races because it's a brilliant car, and this tune really does allow you to basically kick ass with it. It's got great acceleration, great grip, great handling, and the top speed is more than good enough for most circumstances. So click through here on screen to see all of my other tunes, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.